of the piece, the Benz piece, and then you had, he had the Benz to go with it. You know what I mean? That was just the best thing in the world to see. So, we all waited to do it because, by the time I was able to afford a rope, they was not even in no more.
Think of Brooklyn in the 80s when I'm looking at the babies. Wasn't just the rappers that was pushing them Mercedes. Brothers doing dirt while the government encouraged it. I ain't never seen fiends beam up to the mothership, but had to accept the after effect of what crack did to families, the savage neglect. Some of my brothers came from hell, they raised themselves. Seemed like jail, the only way that they excel. But we so much more, what they loathe us for. Get denied loans when we try to own one store in the neighborhood that's disappearing. Made it good when your parents wouldn't know way near it. Now they would for their good kid to inherit. How could they forget they don't deserve the merit? They never earned the credit. Never signed up in that school of hard knocks. Better leave the diamonds and the jewels for the hard rocks. Back when the Panthers took back the block. As the world burns, we turn back the clock. Back when the cops are backing out the Glock. They still doing that, black kids are getting shot. Back when the crack was flooding the blacktop. As the world burns, we turn back the clock. Back when the Glocks would pop when it was hot. They still doing that, black men are getting got. Tallest in my little league, thought I'd make it really big. Foreign, which all had to crawl like a millipede. Took forever for me to get my first hit. Young Hispanic pitcher grilling like I was a word spit. Just knew he would strike me out. Final count, cocked the bat back, swung harder than a Tyson bout. Hit the ball so hard, almost forgot to run. Stopped the shot, knowing my pop was watching the sun. In that moment wasn't nothing I couldn't become. Nowadays I think about what I shouldn't have done. Wasting sacred time ain't a favorite trait of mine. Even Puff had to find another way to shine. So when I look back, I see cook crack. Nicky Barnes, Harlem dope lines for good smack. 2 million incarcerated. What would be the odds I made it? Ain't a game of cards we playing, I'm saying we conversating. Back when the Panthers took back the block. As the world burns, we turn back the clock. Back when the cops are backing out the Glock. They still doing that, black kids are getting shot. Back when the crack was flooding the blacktop. As the world burns, we turn back the clock. Back when the clocks would pop when it was hot. They still doing that, black men are getting got.